Hey guys, this is Orbit here, well Dark Orbit, because I am on my villain today, EU PS3 villain, Dark Orbit, which is my ice DPS slash ice tank, which I never play. But I'm going to give you like a nice guide today. This was given to me mostly by Ice Slayer. Ice Slayer's leader of Team Awesome, probably the most experienced ice user I know, or one of the. So that's what I do, guys. When I'm playing around with different powers or whatever, ults, that kind of stuff, friends' accounts, you know, I don't just kind of guess or ask people. You know, I ask people who's been that power for a long time because they know what they're talking about. Okay, so I'm going to give you a link to Team Awesome's channel where you can actually see Ice Slayer in action, because you know his rotations are going to be a lot better than mine. Like, he didn't give me a rotation, he just gave me the loadout, and I kind of read through the power interactions and went from there. But it's cool. So let's go through it. Let's go through the loadout to begin with. Okay, so I'm using Ice Bash. Infuse your weapon with the power of ice, increasing the damage of your weapon attacks, critical strike chance, and critical strike damage. The power interactions for this grants you the chill effects. Gaining 5 consecutive chill effects activates your ice armor for your ice DPS. Okay, so if you watch, at the moment I don't have the chill effect on, but when I use that, now you can kind of see the chilled dust around me. That's the chill effect. That's active. Okay, 5 chill effects, you turn into your ice armor. Okay, let's go back onto here. Okay, then we've got Bitter Winds. Bitter Winds is basically a damage over time. It inflicts frostbite to make them vulnerable to freezing effects. Okay. Wintry Tempest. This is also a damage over time, and this inflicts frostbite as well. Okay, both of these are kind of similar powers. Bitter Winds will kind of, like, shards of ice will be flying around you, and that'll protect you a little bit from damage. That's kind of the only difference between those two. Then I'm using Freeze Wave. Okay, this is just like a good power you can clip with. Enemies with frostbite may be rooted in place, so they're going to be. I've done it kind of in order. Okay, so I'll be starting off with Ice Bash, then I'll be doing my 2 damage over times. Then they'll be frostbite. They'll have frostbite at this point because these 2 inflict frostbite. Then I want to use Freeze Wave, and then it says the power interaction: enemies with frostbite may be rooted in place. Okay, and then the last one is Snowball, and Snowball, another good power to clip with, but look at the power interaction: rooted enemies take double damage. Okay, so that's why I've gone in the order. Okay, this will increase my strike chance, my strike damage, all that kind of stuff. Then I've got my damage over times, which I'll quickly cast. Then I will clip into, I'll keep clipping with Freeze Wave, because it says they may be rooted, so I'll keep clipping with Freeze Wave until they are rooted, and then I'll be clipping Snowball, which will be doing bam, double damage when they're rooted, and then I'll go round in a circle. Okay, that's my rotation. And then Blizzard is your 50% supercharge. Okay, which is just an ice storm inflicting a lot of damage, might damage. This is the loadout. Okay, let's go through the rotation then. Okay, well, I've kind of already told you, but you know, it's better if you see as well. So, Ice Bash. Boom, boom. Then put your damage, 2 damage every time. Make sure they're rooted. Now, let me just stop there. All of the ice that's kind of stuck up from the floor has just gone away then. That means they're rooted. Okay? So, let me show you again. See that? the ice has come up from the floor, they're rooted, so now my snowball will be doing double damage. Not anymore, because it just went away. So that's why you do it in that order. So let me go through that again. 1. Do that. Have a look if they're rooted. Yep, now I can snowball. Okay. And then repeat the cycle. 1, 2. Make sure they're rooted, yes. Okay, it seems pretty easy, basic and straightforward. It's probably a much better way of doing things, but I've just literally picked up ice for about 5 minutes after hardly ever playing this guy, and it seems to be doing good damage. This is kind of a PVE loadout. Let me show you all that rotation in with the supercharge, which is the blizzard. So, bam, I'm going to put all damage all the times on now. Okay, blizzard, as you can see. Lots of ticks going there. There's my ice armor, which has just come on now. It's not bad, I mean, I'm only I've got really rubbish gear on. It's like the worst gear you've ever seen. It says that they may be rooted when you use that when you use freeze wave, but I mean, I've just when I was going through the cycles then, they're pretty much rooted first time and definitely second time, so you won't need to do the freeze wave too much. But as soon as you can see that they're rooted, move on to snowball. Let me just show you my gear real fast. I mean, I've got 40 something skill points. So I mean, tier 2. I've just bought kind of this rubbish PvP stuff. I didn't mean to buy tank. Just because it increased my might and precision a tiny little bit. There we go. 1333 might, 267 precision, just awful stats. Let me show you my skill points. 48 skill points. There you go. I'll show you the trees. Here's the storm tree. So you'll specialise in the storms, which will grant you 5% critical attack damage. And here's the other tree, just bam bam, just so you can get the ice bash. Okay, and here I've got obviously these two, and then because you're I think ice works better with melee DPS, so I'd go bam bam bam. Might slap that one as well. Boom. Okay, and there you have it, guys. There is your ice DPS guide. Hope this has helped. Well, like I said in my other videos, if it hasn't helped, at least it's pointed you in the right direction. Okay, apart from that, like, comment and subscribe.